Welcome back to Breakfast Central. Now, in case you're wondering, you probably weren't, but I'm wearing orange specifically because today is the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, and this is our official color. Now, it will mark, of course, the launch of the Unite campaign, which is an initiative of 16 days of activism, concluding on the day that commemorates the International Human Rights Day, 10th of December. Now, this campaign, led by the UN Secretary General and the UN Women since 2008, aims to prevent and eliminate violence against women and girls around the world, calling for global action to increase awareness, promote advocacy, and create opportunities for discussion on challenges and solutions.
Well, 5 years ago, the hashtag #MeToo movement, founded by activist Tarana Burke in 2006, exploded and sparked global mobilization, creating a movement of urgency in preventing and responding to violence against women and girls. Since then, unprecedented awareness and momentum has risen thanks to the relentless work of grassroots activists, women's human rights defenders, and survivor advocates worldwide to prevent and eliminate violence against women and girls.
At the same time, there has been a rise in anti-rights movements, including anti-feminist groups, resulting in shrinking space for civil society. Joining us this morning is Julie Ariahu. She's the vice chairperson of the International Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA Nigeria, an organization that seeks to promote, protect, and preserve women's and children's rights, interests, and well-being. Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to us as we mark this day as women. It's a day for the advocacy for the elimination of gender-based violence. Talk to us as a lawyer. We see the numbers every day. According to World Health Organization, the statistics was 1 in 3 women has experienced domestic or sexual violence. Is that statistic still holding? Is it gotten better or have it gotten worse?
Well, thank you very much. As it stands, the statistics has really increased due to a lot of factors on the populace. Now, as a lawyer, today being the 25th day of November 2022 to 10th of December 2022, we are having the International Day, the 16-day activism starting from today. Now, FIDA Kaduna has marked a lot of activities to go on concerning the program. Now we have the road walk, starting with the road walk to create awareness to a lot of women that don't even know what to do, where to turn to if anything of discrimination, gender-based violence happens to them. Now, looking at it again, we equally have school visits, and then rounding it up with the road walk to create awareness, sensitization, to create awareness to these women that most of them are really indigent. Some don't even have the radio to listen to what goes on. They don't even know what television is. All they know, they've given birth, and at any time, whatever that goes on, they are just there, nobody to turn to. So we, FIDA Kaduna, are here for them. They can reach out to us.
All right. I'm sure in the course of the show, we're going to find out how people can reach out to you, especially females, and get more explanation of what they can do. But permit me to also run through this. Now, most times when people hear of GBV, gender-based violence, the thought is usually just one, and that happens to be violence, like physical violence. But of course, we do have more than 5 of them. They include physical violence, verbal violence. We do have psychological violence, not forgetting sexual violence, socioeconomic violence, domestic violence, harassment and sexual harassment, workplaces, businesses, you name them. In your course of working with women, which of these would you say has reared its ugly head mostly? And how do you think everyone can actually be sensitized to know about these other types of gender-based violence?
Well, the most we normally record is the sexually based violence on women through acquaintances that are close to them, even through their spouses. A lot of them come, some are battered, they didn't do what the men want them to do. And those that refuse are really still being beaten up for not giving in. Now, what we resorted interested in doing is, reaching out to these women advocates, don't even know turns to. A lot of them, when it happens, I'm talking about rape now, really don't know what to do. They think of the stigmatization that goes after it, and the neighbor will come to them and tell them, don't bother, we know what to do. If you go out to tell anybody, the little girl or whoever that is the victim would have been ostracized in the society, and would win as much as you really want that to happen. Now keep quiet and don't do anything. And in the course of keeping quiet and not doing anything, you now discover these perpetrators now have the field day to do whatever they want to do to anybody. But what we now go about telling them is to sensitize them. If it happens, don't keep quiet. Come to FIDA. We are there for you. Come to FIDA. We know what to do, because the law is no respecter of anybody. We go to them and they come to us. Now, as it stands, a lot of them, awareness has been created. They say, whatever it takes, we are ready to go on with it. That is how it is now.
I mean, it's very important to have these conversations, because we cannot underestimate how much rape and sexual abuse and sexual assault is happening on the continent. So let's talk about women who are dealing with rape. One of the reasons, or a lot of women who have experienced or survived rape do not speak out, is because of the shame, like you've mentioned. Let's talk about the role that a society has to play in ensuring that we make this country and we make this continent safe for women to be able to express themselves. What are some of the actions that we need to desist from doing to prevent rape culture?
Thank you very much. Now, the culture, or whatever we need to do to prevent this, is one. Now, considering the society we are into, somebody came one day and said, maybe it was how the little baby was dressed. We said, no, a baby of 2 years being raped, how was that little girl dressed? Now, we are not talking of dressing now. We've gone about telling women, once it's late, I'm talking about from 5 p.m., don't send a little girl out to go and get something for you. In the course of going, anything could happen, and you put that child at the risk. That is one. We equally tell these women, at any point in time, if it happens, know what to do, know where to go to. Now, for the girl child, we go about telling no, looking at, we've gone to schools to sensitize them that in case it happens, it goes to even to the extent of the father raping the daughter. To that extent. Now, that little girl that is with the father will feel very secure. But within the purview or the confine of that house, the perpetrator has an evil heart, menstrual, the heart of evil, to now want to perpetrate evil against that little girl. Now, the girl not knowing that there's a man or a father thinking evil against her, now goes about her normal business or about her normal chores in the house. Now, if it happens, we already told them, don't keep quiet. Come out, say it, let the world know. Because if we're able to save one stitch, if we're able to save one, other 9 will follow. Now we have an instance where a father defiles the daughter. Now what happened? It was a temptation. I never thought of it. I didn't know what came over me. But that is not what you be telling the law. In as much as we tell the women, don't keep quiet, come out and let the world know about it. I think that will serve as a deterrent. As soon as that one person is tackled in the societies, others will learn from it.
I want to say thank you so much. I wish we had enough time so we could really talk about this. But I mean, like you said and Olivier said, it's a long stretch of conversation. So it will be better to also have you back sometime next week. Let's take a look at these statistics of how things are actually going in Nigeria. We've seen that of South Africa just yesterday with the reports, 85%, and also a lot of activities, gender-based violence against women taking place, especially at daycare centers and the likes. Thank you so much. Let me also quickly mention before we let you go that in case you are having any case at all of gender-based violence, please feel free to contact FIDA. They will be looking to help and assist. You can reach them on 070-8849-6115. It's a non-governmental organization, been in existence since 1964. So 07088496115. You can find them at Block 1, Flat 1, Ankpa Close, Ogun Street, Area 2, Gariki, Abuja. Thank you so much for talking to us, madam.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Okay, Olive, I mean, this is a conversation that we're going to have all week long. Today it kicks off. I just wonder if Olive is going to wear orange all through next week. But hey, if she has to do that, that's
I would wear orange to start the conversation. Because there's
going to be a touch of orange. That's fine.
Well, yeah. I already have my touch of orange here. So every day we come on a Breakfast Central.
But aside from us trying to, take a little chill pill, drop our shoulders, it's serious.
It's a very important conversation, Joe. We have such a terrible rape culture that says, and I'm going to just quickly explain to you what a rape culture means. It's the things, the actions that make it seem that rape can go on either unnoticed or unpunished. So, for example, shifting the blame from the survivor to the perpetrator, asking the girl, what did you wear? Why did you go to the person's house? So what excuse do we give to men who rape babies? Can you say it's because of what the baby wore? So conversations like that, oh, don't talk about it. If you talk about it, nobody will marry you. Nobody wants to marry someone who's been raped. There are women who have had things like that said to them. We need more men to come out and speak on behalf of women. And for women who are raped, I mean, nothing can go on. There's nothing we can say to take away the pain. But first things first, please, if you or anyone you know has been raped, do not have a bath. The first thing you should do is go to a government hospital. I repeat, not a private hospital, a government hospital. Let them take samples of you to basically help your case. And then right after that, you can then reach out to agencies like Mirabel Center, the Lagos State DSVRT, that's the Domestic Sexual Violence Response Team, as well as FIDA. So there are many organizations. As we proceed for the next 16 days, we'll be bringing them on the show to talk about how you can reach them. But there is help. Do not keep silent. Do not keep quiet. We will win this together.
That's right. And here on Breakfast Central, it is our own support, and we could say our very own giving back to ensure that this entire plan is indeed followed through, to ensure that we can, in as much as possible, inundate a lot of men, women, the girl child, and let them know what it means.
We'll be bringing people to tell their stories. I just remember the story that made me shiver just now. There's so many heartbreaking stories, but the stories need to be told.
I mean, just like one that she just said that it happened, and at the end of the day, what happened? A 2-year-old and so on. Anyway,